Welcome to Strange and Stranger the podcast, a podcast of a strange girl talking about strange things. Rambling is an art. Welcome, my name is Catherine. Today I just thought I would share with you a bit about my life and what's going on. Sorry, I've got like a horrible cold, which is terrible for recording audio. Well done. But I do have my water with my lemon, hot tea, and all sorts of remedies. But I thought it would be best to sort of put my thoughts out here while I'm first just really experiencing the symptoms. So, as I've said before, I've just been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which means that they are no longer giving me the fun painkillers. They are treating my pain with cymbalta, which is technically an antidepressant, but for those of you without medical knowledge and don't really care about the medical side of it, it basically just makes me feel like I got hit in the head with a truck. It's messing with my brain chemistry. Supposedly it's going to help. I don't believe that yet because it's not helping yet, but you have to give it time. I do understand this thing. But oh man, it's ridiculous. I can't concentrate. I can't think. I've been trying to start a book. My friend recommended this book to me. It's called I Am Pilgrim, and I've been trying to read it, and I've read the first chapter, which is gory and gruesome, to be completely honest. But I've read it 3 times, and during the day I feel nauseous, and it's horrible, and I don't want to eat, which is not good because not eating isn't a solution in life. They've been able to get down a handful of almonds and some yogurt and maybe a few crackers the last couple of days. So I've only been on the medication, so this is my 3rd day of taking it. I've only been on it for a short time. They say that the side effects will subside in 6 to 8 weeks because, well, it might have been sooner, but I'll be on 30 milligrams for a month, and then I'll move up to 60 milligrams. So I have to go through a month of it, and then another month of an increased dosage. So, yay, I guess. I don't know. I miss my Targin. I miss my sweet, sweet pain relief. I still have to go see my exercise physiologist, and my weeks are planned out for me, and I've officially become a pensioner. Work isn't a thing I'm allowed to do. Reading, Netflix, things that I do a lot of. Trying to keep a regular sleep pattern is an important thing that I am failing at miserably. I don't know, it's a lot, man. It is a lot. So I've gone through this a couple of times. When I first got diagnosed with my sleep disorder, they put me on clonazepam, 2 milligrams a night. That threw me for a loop for about 6 months. That was more of just a giggly high of and then Targin sort of knocks you out, or Endo knocks you out, and you feel whoa. But it's different. This is a new side effect where my brain just feels tampered with. I'm not going to become a government conspiracy theorist or whatever, that they're controlling us or whatever. But as a chronically ill person now, I know that a lot of you will be able to sympathize with the things I'm going through. You might have been going through them for years longer than me. I know that it's a long road ahead of me, but I'm hoping that by being able to tell my story and laugh at myself and be a bit ridiculous, that I might be able to bring you a little bit of hope. Because I do know that it's a dark road ahead, but you gotta find the positives, and you gotta find the giggles and the laughs. I became a pensioner today, which I mistakenly thought they made an error, that by looking at my medical history they just assumed I was 80. But I then googled it, finding out that a pensioner isn't an old person. Pensioner is just simply somebody who receives a pension, which is what I do now. I'm lucky enough to live in Australia, where the government is kind enough to take care of people like me who are unable to work, who are unable to make a living. And I'm really thankful for that. Especially in the 2017 climate of the U.S. and healthcare reform. If I were living there, I'd be so worried that I wouldn't be able to pay my bills. As it is, I'm hardly making ends meet because, to be honest, the government doesn't give you but what they think you can live on. But yeah, it's ridiculous. Sorry, I just got distracted, which I do a lot. It's so hard to focus and concentrate, even for like a little 10-minute segment, which sounds insane in my own mind, to be completely honest. But my doctor's appointments, I have a great exercise physio, Florence Kelly at Active Health in Blackburn. She's so helpful. She suffers from POTS as well, so she completely understands. And yesterday was crazy. So again, just started this medication, so little wonky. By little wonky, I mean like massively wonky. But my mother and brother became citizens last night, and so I wanted to try really hard to be there for them. So I went, and Dad drove up to the door, so I didn't have to walk that far. And I went and I sat, but my body still can't handle the sitting in the upright position for extended periods of time. And I sat in that upright position for about 2 hours. Then I had to descend a flight of stairs, and there was loud music, and just suddenly I went from feeling like a 4 that day, which is a really good score for me generally. So out of 10, my doctor has me rate each day how I feel in the morning and at night. So probably in the morning I was feeling a 4, and I just immediately dropped to a 1. I was squinting, my eyes, my head just thumped like I'd been in a really loud nightclub, which was not the case. And the pain began to radiate, and I just went and I slept, and I slept most of today as well. But I used my setback planning, which was really good. So my setback planning is on those bad days to find time to sit with my legs elevated and reclined a bit, but not laying down. So to do that maybe once or twice, and to actually stand up and go to the bathroom, or to refill my hot water bottle, or just to sort of walk around the house, even if it's just a 2-minute walk. So the minimum is 3. And I did make that today. It was really tough, but I made that today. So my setback planning worked, which I was really, really proud of today. So incredibly proud of. But this cymbalta it makes me feel like I'm banging my head against the wall. And I know the side effects will die down, and I'm so hopeful that it's going to take that pain away. But right now, I've got pain, and I've got side effects, and it just doesn't seem worth it. So today, not a happy camper. Not happy Jan. But we will push on. We will persevere, because that's what we do. We don't give up. We keep pushing forward. I'm looking forward to, in July, they've allowed me to enroll for one class, creative and professional writing. I'm really excited about that. So hopefully that will be a positive step forward. Work's not really on the horizon for me in the future. My doctor thinks that I should do stand-up comedy. My comeback was, I think you have to stand up to do stand-up comedy, which is something I can't do at the moment. But my life is a bit ridiculous. I talked about that in the last podcast. One of the many incidents that have happened in my life that have just been a bit ridiculous and gone, did that really happen to me? Is this really my life? But anyway. So, yeah. Anyhow. So, my reaction to cymbalta and its effects on my life, and, well, I'm gonna learn to cope with it, obviously, because that's what I gotta do. But I really wanted to let you know that, it just hit me like a brick wall. Just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, on your way. It's way too late, and I have to follow my sleep pattern, so I've got to go to bed, which I'm terrible at. But I'm hoping that tomorrow will be a positive day. Mom's told me that 3 weeks we're having a house inspection. So incrementally, with my pre-planning, I need to start cleaning up my room, because it is a hazmat disaster zone. But so maybe I'll get a jump on that tomorrow. Anyhow, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. That was my little thought for the day. Little nugget of tuning out and listening to me whinge about life. But it wasn't wisdom, it wasn't anything exciting, but hey, I know you've been there. I'm just starting this really long journey, and I'm just so grateful that there is a platform out there, and that I'm not the only one experiencing this. So if you're just starting out, don't be disheartened. It sucks at the beginning, but I'm sure it's going to get better. So keep listening to the podcast, because hopefully it does get better. I'm barracking for a good ending to this story, because that's what's up.